Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here today. This is our weekly reading for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. And so, as you know, we will have Mercury retrograde wrapping up right around the 10th with post-shadow period, about 2 weeks, where we're still feeling that review period, but things should really start progressing forward where you've been feeling a bit stuck, perhaps. So I know from reading all of the comments, there were a lot of people that made major shifts in their career, whether it be intended or unintended. And I've gotten a lot of follow-up comments saying that it was exactly what they needed to get them out of a difficult position. So interestingly enough, it does look like a lot of things happened in our favor, albeit potentially uncomfortable. And also, guys, if you are, a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome home. I will be letting you know what to comment in the video so that you have an opportunity to win a free mini reading at the end of one of my long form videos. And I'll be doing the winner of last week's reading at the end of this one. All right, so what do we have here? Geez, the writing on these cards are so tiny. That's what we're going to blame it on. This says ego illusions. Don't believe the thoughts, inner stories, and befriend the ego. And this is number 6. And what's really interesting is I know that this was one of our cards in the reading last week, and it was about releasing the many masks that we wear and coming forward as your true authentic self. And 6 being a number of harmonious union, I feel like this is about coming into right relationship with all parts of self. Not what others have told you and not who others have identified you as. But as you release the mask of mother, father, sister, brother, parent, sibling, and you find yourself, that script that's authentic to you, that beauty is harmonious union with yourself. We also have number 61, whale song resonating, right? 6 again shows up, and the number 1, a number of self. Together, that 7 is a higher learning, right? Again, what is resonating with who you are, Scorpio? And we are in Leo season, right in it with August. And so that ego tends to come forward quite boldly during this time. How is it serving you? Is it holding you back? Is it asking you to shine brighter, to be seen? Is it asking you to examine why you want to be seen? What messages are you putting forward in the universe? 29, activating empathic magic, right? 29. And this is from the Empath's Oracle deck by Raven Digitalis. Number 29 reduces to master number 11. That master number is specifically about the relationship with your highest self and yourself here in the 3D. 2 is again that number of relationship, which I just discussed. And that master number is the higher evolution of 2. And then 9 being a number of completion, right? So I feel like this is definitely having you wrap up illusions of self and activating that magic that is true to you, right? So let's take a deep breath. And as always, take gratitude for what you have, the experiences that you've gone through, right? Because it's all here to teach us and bring us to our highest self. I love this. We're starting off with the 10 of Pentacles, and that card is definitely the card of you have arrived, right? Let's look further and see how this will be serving us. I've got Temperance here, a period of healing, right? And tempering that emotion, that fire within. Sagittarius energy coming forward about exploration and expanding. And here we've got the Knight of Cups. I love the Knight of Cups because knights are in pursuit. And this is in pursuit of emotional well-being, in pursuit of love and happiness and joy and all things emotional and watery. And so I feel like that is definitely where Scorpios are headed and what we are getting back in touch with, right? A lot of times Scorpios can be very guarded, especially after a period of deep reflection. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, and definitely lots of Scorpios going through a period of rediscovery in their financial sector, right? You may have been released from a job, whether voluntarily or not. You may be finding yourself looking for what it is that you're meant to express in the universe. That is a big deal here in August, I feel. And it's also this period here in August is, like I said, a time of coming forward. Be seen. I've got the Devil card coming through as well as the Five of Pentacles. So I want to clarify these cards before we move further, just to see if we can narrow that down to anything more specific. But I feel like the other thing that I'm seeing is like healing old family wounds, generational wounds, that's coming through, and releasing again thought patterns that are illusions, holding us back with that Devil card, Capricorn energy in the central position. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles is the 7 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Swords with Temperance. Devil card showing up again with the Knight of Cups. Some of you may be reflecting on an old romance, to be honest. I mean, I'm kind of feeling that intuitively, or wondering when things are going to show up for you in the romance sector. Again, may not be true for everyone. It is a general reading. So if you're looking for something more specific, please head over to my website at starswithstasi.com. But with the 7 of Pentacles clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like it's been a period of maybe just unenthusiastic emotions, right? Lackluster when it comes to periods of finding a partner or true friendships, right? Those things that make you or what you believe to feel complete. I also feel strongly that Scorpios have been busy shedding, as we always do, but this has been, I would consider, a more serious energetic surgery, right? I'm seeing the Queen of Swords in my mind. And I feel like you are about to also get some unexpected communication that may bring great healing and allow you to easily release a record that's been playing in your mind for some time. Whatever's been holding you back from finding that true peace, I believe you get clarity this week for sure. And I would say even earlier in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is how it's coming through. If you've been making health changes, I feel like you really are able to cut ties with difficult addictions, right? Afflictions. I always say addictions, afflictions, dramas, traumas, right? That's how the Devil card shows up to me. And also being able to release relationships that you know have been grandfathered in. Maybe you've kept someone around because it's been comfortable. I always say the devil you know. Scorpio energy is really emerging forward in an authentic way this month in August is how it comes through. I have the Ace of Pentacles being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, and she is one of my favorites, right? She is abundant and also very nurturing, has a very inviting energy about her. Right. And again, this is an archetype, so it's masculine, feminine. That's neither here nor there. But this is just that nurturing energy that comes through with this Ace of Pentacles. Whatever new changes are emerging for you in the material leads to freedom is how it's coming through. And I feel like there's this period of let it go and let the energy flow. All right. So comment below. I'm going to make you guys work for this one. Explore, expand, excel. So comment those 3 words because there is a method to my madness, Scorpio. And that's what that Sagittarius temperance is leading me to say to you, right? Explore, expand, excel, right? The 3 E's. Explore, expand, excel. I've got the Devil card with the 7 of Wands, definitely building some strong boundaries with that past ego illusion is coming through. And the 5 of Pentacles is being clarified by the Chariot card. Interesting, because often the Chariot card is seen as really fast, progressive movement. And while I believe that that's true, because you also have the Knight of Swords here, it's not just that it's happening quickly, so to speak, but this is happening from a power position, right? Whatever happens next in your world, whatever ties you are severing, whatever magic you're activating within you to learn that truth about who and what you are and what your place is now that you are dropping the many masks. And here's a good example. If you are someone who has been making a big switch in your career sector, for example, but you've been in the corporate world for a decade or more, this could feel like earth shattering, right? Like, who are you now that you have the freedom that you've always wanted? And what can you do with that time where you may have felt ousted, right? Or like you don't belong, you can't find your place with this Five of Pentacles. Victory comes from a place of neutrality. And that's where you really win. Not when you're being pulled strongly by fear or strongly by excitement. When you sit in the central position and you're able to see both sides for what they are, you can move forward from a place of power. And that is victory, right? Because that is you taking the time to investigate both sides, not being pulled by either, by a strong power. Again, explore, expand, excel. That's the energy. Because the Devil card being clarified by the Seven of Wands, and then you've got 3 sevens showing up. We've got Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Chariot card. And, where you have been patiently waiting, where you have been, really tending to your resources and tending to what's important to you, that does lead to victory. Because you, again, are in a power position and you're building strong boundaries. And it's leading to peace in your life, that's for sure. So I want to take a look further and see how the week closes out. And what's interesting is there is sevens all the way around, because the whale song is 61, that reduces to 7, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Chariot card, major arcana, major life lessons, Cancerian energy coming through. The Page of Wands showed himself, so I'm going to put that back in the deck. Give me 1 second. But some of you may be thinking about doing something exciting with your newfound freedom, maybe going on a short trip. Now would be a good time to do that, actually, is how it's coming through. I love these cards. Guys, if you don't have a deck of cards, I say it every time, get a deck, right? The tarot teaches you, believe you me. I was saying Eight of Pentacles, but who knows, that might show up. Eight of Cups, the journey for more, the exploration of self. This Eight of Cups, this person is headed towards their 9 and 10 of Cups, right? They may not know what's going to happen next, but again, you are worth the exploration of you. Explore, expand, excel. There's a method to the madness. Pound that thought form into the universe and watch your Eight of Cups bring you to the 9 and 10 one way or another, because you're worthy. You're worthy of understanding who you are when you strip the labels that you have been given and the ones that you've just accepted. And we all do it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called somebody training. And then, things happen and you go through nobody training and you rebuild. The 9 of Pentacles comes through. Again, freedom shows up. Financial freedom, independence, breaking away from the mundane. I feel that many Scorpios are headed towards a period of deep mystical understanding as well. That's coming through. And the Empress card, okay. Earlier, I was going to say, when I was saying how much I loved the Queen of Pentacles, it was in my mind. The only one that draws my attention more is the Empress. But look, August is bringing us great things. I've been saying that since last November. I've been feeling that this August is like breakthrough time for Scorpio. It comes with huge changes. And again, it comes with releasing the devil, whatever that is. The crutch of family members, the crutch of friends of old, the crutch of that safety net of a job, for example. Whatever shakeup is happening is bringing you to understanding of self. And it is a force, right? To be reckoned with. The universe is saying, okay, it's time. It's time. It's time to shine. It's time to explore, expand, excel. Guys, I love when this happens. So what happens here for Scorpio when we are looking at the 8 of Cups? 10 of Pentacles again showing up. 10 of Pentacles showing up twice. Guys, be intentional about what you do and you will see your life change. Intentional steps, one foot in front of the other. Anything from the colors you wear to what you say and think. I mean, here's a good example. Nails done, right? What did I do? It wasn't just out of nowhere. Blue, colors of Jupiter, right? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sunflower on my nail because I feel like sunflowers are abundant. It's a sign of growth. With one sunflower, you can feed many, many for a long time. It's longevity. And here, that's what I'm picking up on. Intentional living, activating that magic within you, releasing ego illusions. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe that record in your mind. That record's old. Put it down. That devil energy, put it down. It's traditional thinking. It's not even, it could be traditional, but I guess what I'm trying to say, again, it's that comfort record, right? It doesn't serve you, right? You've outgrown many stages, not just one stage. You've outgrown many. Some of you could be experiencing or getting close to empty nest, right? Where your children are of a certain age and they're leaving the home, or, you are of a certain age and leaving your parents' home. Like I'm feeling next stage of life. Some people are taking care of their parents, and then reaching a next stage. It's that type of vibe here where you have been living a particular script, a new script comes forward as we approach specifically mid-August. And I know that this reading's through the 10th, through the 9th actually, but that energy I'm picking up as we get to the mid-August, a new script is handed to you. And I think that's why this week there's so much investigation happening. Like you're going to be asking yourself some difficult questions. Child, I am not making this up. Judgment card. Being called to your true north, vulnerable, right? Stripping away. You see, these people are being called by angelic forces out of the coffin. It is a rebirthing period for Scorpio, and we do it all the time, but you're not starting from scratch, right? You have wisdom, you have empathy for yourself and others, you understand your higher purpose. Things become really, really clear, leading you to fulfillment with this 9 of Pentacles. I love that. This is a really good reading. And guys, who was this? The Empress card is being clarified by the 4 of Swords. I feel like some of you are going to be taking chances and, maybe this is just coming through, maybe taking some of your savings and perhaps putting it towards like something for yourself for the first time. I'm getting that feeling like, you've never purchased a big trip for yourself. And now you're like, you know what? My solar return's coming, which by the way, we are just a few months from Scorpio season. I know, I can't help it. I love Scorpio season. I can't help it. But I feel like there's a lot of planning here. Like, how do I want to see my solar return pan out? And if you are looking for a solar return reading and your solar return chart, you can order that from starswithstasi.com because the plan is to explore, expand, and excel. The Empress with the Four of Swords, I feel financial freedom, emotional freedom, and a time of rest after difficulty, right? The Empress has arrived. She's earned her place. Very abundant. Some of you may be doing some family planning as well. I'm getting that, like planning for a pregnancy, planning to even marry. And normally that doesn't come through in my readings, but I am feeling that, like an expansion in your family. But I feel that in order for you to do that, you are rebuilding what you've known to be true about family. That comes through. And again, that's not going to be for everybody, but that is a message that I'm getting here. And I am getting this message as well. If you've been, for example, struggling for whatever reason to become pregnant, I feel that August, September, October, stress relief, right? Allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to get to know you and get more in tune with your body brings great results. There's something here about the barrier being stress, the barrier being trying too hard. And while I am seeing that very specific for pregnancy, that does actually align with the everyday life as well. Too much wanting something repels it. Remember that energy only changes, right? It doesn't die. It doesn't just dissipate. It changes, it evolves. And we're like magnets. And if you think about wanting something too hard and pushing too hard for something, you can actually repel it out of your life. So a place of ease, the Chariot card, a place of neutrality, puts you in a winning position. So again, Scorpio, just to kind of go through what we have here, I feel like this whale song resonating, what we had here, comes forward when you release the many masks that we carry, and that you do this complete evolution and you start searching for that 9 and 10 of cups. You don't have to know what's going to happen next. You just have to have the desire, the will, the momentum to be in search of your best timeline, because so many things are true all at once, Scorpio, that it's important just to know that you are worthy of living your best life, no matter what that looks like, no matter what you need to release, no matter what you need to rein in. You're worth it. And that is coming through. With the Devil card showing up twice, you may have temptation. You may have temptation to go back to the same old, same old. You get released from a job, again, whether it is voluntary or not, and then it comes back around in another form, another company. You have an opportunity to break free from that, right? What are you going to do next? Do something that you enjoy. You don't have to pursue any one thing except happiness. And that vibration brings forward so much more. It brings forward Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles twice, right? August brings forward that strength of self. That's how it comes through. So let's take a look at our shadow work for this week. And don't forget to hang tight because I'll be announcing the winner of last week's mini reading shortly. All right. What is the shadow work for Scorpio this week? That Judgment card being clarifying that 10 or that 9 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, whatever changes you're making, whatever relationships, jobs, friends, whatever that is changing for you is because you have a true higher purpose that's calling to you. Wow. I can't make this up. I love tarot. Like, it's no joke. So this is from the Gothic Witches Oracle deck, and the shadow work is learning from sorrow. Number 5, learning from sorrow. 5 is a number of disruption, but it's also the number of self. When you think about not just like yourself, but if you think of a pentacle, the head, the arms, the legs, that's 5. You think of, one moment. I'm just hearing the disruptor is the lesson. The disruptor is the lesson. that sorrow, that Five of Pentacles. They're taking me back to this card. They're saying, make no mistake, 5 plus 5 is 10. What is 10 all about? You break that down, it's the number 1, the number of self, and 0, that cosmic womb of limitless potential, Scorpio. But how do you find what that limitless potential is? You explore with that 8 of Cups. There is no wrong answer. There isn't, right? This is your world. This is your script. Enjoy it. Enjoy acting out the part, but it's yours to determine, right? It's yours to act out. It's yours to script. That's the most important thing. Learning from sorrows, definitely leading you to a higher timeline. And you know, Scorpio, you're not alone. That's one thing I can say for sure. Between my personal experiences, what's reflected out, you know, in the cosmos, if you come and you look at any of my videos and you just scroll through the comments, it's unbelievable. This entire community is definitely going through major shifts. But if you look at the comments, everyone's doing it gladly. They're like, well, got a new job. Yeah, I got fired, but I'm going for it. You know, even here's a good example, and just bear with me on this. For any of you who watch Esoterica, and I'll just, you know, that it's a really popular channel. So for any of you that watch Esoterica, he just posted that he was released from his, he's a professor, right? Besides running an extremely successful channel with like almost 900,000 followers, he was a college professor, and he just said, you know what? I got fired. Wow, right? And then he was like, but I am going to do something else with my life. And it's pretty amazing just to watch people, like, no one's immune from the shifts that are happening right now. I guess it's my point. You know, no one's immune. It could just be, it's happening to all of us. That's the best thing. Oh, stop it. Tarot is amazing, whether it's oracle cards or tarot cards. I just can't. This says, listen to the wisdom of your intuition. And she's holding up a seashell to her ear. Let Mother Nature speak to you in whatever means necessary, right? The universe does not play. The universe will show up in the most unexpected ways. This video that you're coming across, telling you to take a deep breath, telling you 4 swords, right? Breathe in the energy of the universe and allow it to wash you, to wash away what doesn't serve you, and to bring you towards that judgment, right? That judgment card, where are you? Come back. That judgment card calls you to be vulnerable and paying attention to your intuition, which has been historically shut down, is a big deal. This says your inner voice is your best friend. So who's your inner voice? It's just another version of you. It's your highest self, your holy guardian angel coming through, speaking to you in whatever way they can, because it's you. And remember, you're here and you're not alone. And you would not have screwed yourself. That's the best way I can put it, right? Sometimes just have faith that you really love you, and you will go through anything to make sure that you have what you need. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's true. Your inner voice is your best friend and you will ever have. Seek answers from deep within rather than just your intellect. The brain channel, right? This channel is very different than this channel. This is the computer. Think of your brain as the AI and think of your heart as the human. Together, there's a co-creation. But sometimes this brain is a reflection of what's out there, right? And what the feeding, right? What you're putting in and out. And it's just like this disruptor sometimes. The heart channel, allow that to vibrate in a way that you can hear clearly what's happening. And that's by surrendering. Explore, expand, excel. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for your time, your energy, your likes and shares and subscribes. Hang tight and I'll be announcing the winner. But until then, remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, and we really are doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead. And the winner of the mini read is, I write them all down, Shannon Millerme. At Shannon Millerme. Thank you, Shannon, for commenting on last week's video. You are the winner. So let me go ahead and get a fresh deck for you, and let's take a look at what the universe has in store for you. And if anybody else would like to just hang out and see what it is to get a free mini reading, you are more than welcome to do so. All right, so Shannon Millerme. Ooh, let's take a deep breath and reset the energy. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, interdimensional beings, please come through and give me the best message for the highest timeline, the strongest timeline for Shannon Millerme. What do we have for Shannon Millerme? Let's do through the end of the year. The end of 2025. Thank you. 2 cards came through. Oh, all right. So we've got the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. So I think that maybe you're definitely healing through a difficult time. And whether it is that you've ended something already or not, it may be in process since this is through the end of year. So historically, historically, the 3 of Swords is about third-party energy, someone coming in, interloping, right? Someone who doesn't belong, causing harm, emotional harm. And it may feel like it was unfair, you didn't deserve it. It could just be a period of heartbreak that has happened. But because it's coupled with the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like things are coming back. You're healing from something difficult. And by the end of the year, things come into balance. And I feel that, I was just going to say, I feel like there may be some generosity coming your way because of the 6 of Pentacles here. You see this person is giving of their money, their pentacles, but then we also have the Ace of Pentacles here. So definitely a new beginning, especially if there has been difficulty surrounding your material goods, right? It doesn't always have to be romance, for example. This could be literally a disruption in your finances in the past. Or, it really could be romantic because I've got the 9 of Swords coming through with the King of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign masculine, or someone who is a bit of a player. Historically, the King of Wands, when I read it, can be someone who is more looking out for themselves, someone who is, it can be the King of Wands in a negative vibration, only because we're looking at positive cards right next to something that can be seen as a more difficult challenge. You have the 9 of Swords with this King of Wands. So sleepless nights may be something disruptive, but I feel like that is either behind you or coming to an end for sure before the year is complete. I see, again, I do see things coming into balance for you, but it's after a period of potentially, this is a record that's running in your mind, potentially about an experience you had with someone who felt like they were looking out for themselves, didn't take you, what's the word? Somebody may have been taking you for granted. Knight of Cups coming through with the Knight of Swords. Interesting. I mean, there are multiple people showing up here. With the 2 of Pentacles. So listen, perhaps it was you with multiple suitors. I'm not quite sure, but that's, you're going to have to determine what that means. Because we've got the Knight of Cups with the Knight of Swords. The best thing I can say is that you might have somebody new entering your life, if not more than one party. Because with this 2 of Pentacles, it's kind of like, don't bite off more than you can chew. Time to kind of get yourself grounded. Time to make some decisions about what's going to happen next in your world. But you with the 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, I see a lot of balancing happening. 7 of Pentacles showing up, wondering when things are going to pan out. You've put a lot of effort and time into something. I've got the Five of Pentacles, right? Feeling left out, feeling like, you know, that's the best thing I can say. Feeling left out, but here you are still shining through it all. Let's keep going. What else do we have? Justice card, another card of balance. Listen, wherever there has been injustice, there is no there's no misinterpreting this. With the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Justice card, that says it all. Like, there could be a record playing in your mind of an injustice that took place at the hands of potentially someone else who was really in it for themselves. Someone, again, you feel taken advantage of. With this Knight of Cups and Knight of Swords, it could be that you do have some information coming your way, or this could be two different humans, right, that you have been dealing with. Either way, things are definitely panning out in your favor. A healing takes place, the record stops playing. Again, this could be multiple suitors or opportunities where a balancing again takes place. You're surrounded by justice, balance, financial balance as well. Interestingly enough, I broke the deck and we've got the Three of Wands coming forward and the Hanged One. So I just want to talk about this as we close this out for the end of this year. The Hanged One is upside down from the Tree of Knowledge, trying to get that not to be so shiny. So, and you can see that a few things are happening here. This raven up there is dropping an Ace of Pentacles onto the Hanged Man. And that Hanged Man, again, suspended from the Tree of Knowledge, very uncomfortable. However, they've found comfort in the discomfort, right? So again, I clearly see where there has been a difficult journey for you that is either wrapped up already or wrapping up as the year progresses. Regardless, by the end of the year, justice is served, balance comes into play, and you see the value of that discomfort playing out in your favor. And with that value that you see, and that enlightenment that you gain, just like that last card we had, learning from the sorrow, the Three of Wands appears. And the benefit of the Three of Wands is that all three staves are firmly planted, and there is a vision that is clear for you. And this vision is coupled with justice and a rebalance and healing. I am so proud of you because I can tell that whatever this is, you've been doing this journey and you've been doing it well. And you've been putting one foot in front of the other, even though it's been hard and scary. And you've been pursuing justice emotionally and financially. And I promise you, based on these cards, you are winning. I wish you all the best ahead. Please comment below if you get this and let me know how it resonated. And I wish you all the best ahead. Shine brightly and have a great week and year ahead. Ciao.